Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. Today I've got a pretty cool review I'm going to bring to you guys, and I've been hanging out with for the last couple of weeks. And this is the new Vosteed Mini Nightshade CB. And I think the CB's for the G10. They also make this in carbon fiber. I want to say this was around, and I'll put the price that I got it for in the description, but I want to say it was about $69, and I want to say the carbon fiber is right around $99. If you guys remember, the Nightshade came out a while ago, and then they came out with the Nightshade TH, which is the Nightshade thumb hole, which is a full-size nightshade or a medium-sized. And then the Mini not only shrunk it down, but it had a couple of other significant changes as well. One being it is, instead of 154, it is 14C 28N. The markings and only markings that you see are right here on the blade. You see Mini Nightshade, and then you see 14C 28N, and you've got Vosteed over here on the show side, and then you've got red thumb studs, a red aluminum backspacer, G10 scales, and very thin little liners. I don't know if you can see that the majority of that is G10, but up at the front where that bar lock is, which is one of the other changes, you've got the little steel insert around the bar lock. So the bar lock not only gives it a super strong lockup, it makes it extremely fidgety. This little knife for a bar lock knife has what I consider very good detent. It's very hard to fail this knife. If you guys have watched the channel any or know me, I'm not a natural thumb flicker. It's probably, besides top flipping, my least favorite way to deploy a knife. However, this little knife is so well tuned, you can open it with any finger really. With your middle finger, you can open it with your pointer finger, you can open it with your thumb, and as opposed to the original Nightshade, this guy is going to come in a good bit thinner. So it's overall a much lighter package. In my opinion, after using it for a while, the blade appears more slicey to me, even though you don't have as much cutting area. It is very light, very comfortable in the hand. I can get a full 4-finger grip on this knife. And let me see, I'm running out of coupons, guys, but hey, this one's got a staple in it. Can't let those trick me. I'll put that staple right there. I love the shape of this blade. I think it's a Sepner blade. I forget what they call it. But it basically draws the material back into the blade or into the cut. So it makes for just a really great slicing knife. Like the original Nightshade. And again, if and when I do another sliceiest knife videos, don't be surprised if this guy makes that list, because again, it is extremely, extremely slicey. And if you guys have stayed with me this far, I really, really would appreciate and be forever indebted to you if you took just a second and hit that subscribe button. Whoops, that subscribe button down there and the bell notification icon beside it. Um, the bell notification icon lets YouTube know you're a human who's interested in knife content. What that means is after you subscribed, they're not going to think you're a bot. They'll keep the subscription there. They'll suggest my videos to you. If you hit that subscribe button, you'll be notified when I release new videos, which I release a video every morning at least at 6 a.m. And then I'll do unboxings as they come in. Sometimes I'll release a special video or two. But let's do a couple of quick size comparisons to the Vosteed Mini Nightshade. The first being our Vosteed. So I'll kind of put it up there as a reminder as we do our other size comparisons, starting with our cold steel 4max, which is much bigger than the Mini Nightshade. We will look at the Civivi Baby Banter, which is a good bit smaller than the Nightshade. Now let's move the full-size Nightshade, and let's look at this next to the Benchmade Bug Out and the Benchmade Mini Bug Out. So it's smaller than the Bug Out, and it looks like it is just about the exact same size as the Mini Bug Out. And when I say the exact same size, this Mini Bug Out has micarta sharp dress scales on them with Mexican blanket micarta versus this G10. But these guys are exactly the same thickness, with the Nightshade possibly being a little thinner. When I look at the blade stock, I think the Mini Bug Out might have that beat, but I doubt it does behind the edge. But let's get a couple of quick measurements and a weight off this guy. So I'll break out the Javon channel promotional ruler that cost me nothing tape measure except a sticker. And the overall length of this little guy is right over 6¼ with the OG being a good bit bigger at 7½. So we're going to call this right over 6¼ So the blade is going to come in at 2¾ the cutting edge 2½, and the body of the knife 3¾ This grip area right here, if we're going to measure from the G10 to the back, you're looking right at about 3 inches inside of this radius here. So that's about a 3-inch grip. Let's get the calipers. And this display stock 0.0940. Behind the edge is going to be a tiny 0.0135. And the overall handle width is going to be 0.4100. That's in the thickest spot. So this Vosteed with the very small steel liner and the G10 construction should be, feels like it's under 2 ounces, and it's 1.8 ounces. So a very light little package, a very slicey little package. I would dare to say that this is a great secondary carry. I would also dare to say that it would make a great primary carry if you were doing white collar work, urban EDC type of stuff. You weren't putting it through hard paces. You were mainly slicing things, not chopping things. I think with a deep carry clip, with the construction, with the axis lock, it could hold its own as a primary city knife. Feels great in the hand. I'm really pleased with it. I was a big fan of the Nightshade. It's always been one of my favorite sliciest knives. Whoops, as I fail it. This is the TH with the thumb hole. I think the first one came out with a flipper, and I think they've even done thumb studs. But it's a great design. I think the Mini does improve on the original because, again, the original is a medium full-size knife. And for me, when I'm looking at a real slicey knife, something that's going to be small and understated, it doesn't bother me for it to be under 7 inches like this guy is. I think this guy, for my hand, comes in great. The clip doesn't protrude nearly as much as the Benchmade clip, so it's got a lower in-hand profile. Actually feels more comfortable in hands where both of those scales are rounded, but I'm not feeling that clip. I've not processed tons of cardboard with this. I have cut down boxes with this. I have cut into paper with this. Cut actually partial box fulls of Amazon paper, or pieces of paper, magazines that I cut into Amazon boxes. But guys, I appreciate you taking the time to watch the videos. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you're interested in this knife, the carbon fiber just came back into White Mountain Knives today and then sold out. I'm sure they'll be getting some more G10 in. If you do go to White Mountain Knives to get this knife, if you want to save 10%, please use my code. It's Juhvon10, Juhvon 10. Gets you 10% off. I or the channel doesn't get anything for that except a thank you from Justin for sending a referral. But it does give you guys a discount, and it does help the channel in that it keeps Justin knowing that, I'm sending him business. That's a good thing. Because we're all a tribe here, right? But anyways, love this little knife. Plan to keep it in the collection. Sits right now in an Apache case right next to its big brother, the Vosteed NHTH thumbhole. And guys, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.